Hello friends! Today we've got a massive news update on car company Tycoon. And honestly, this is the biggest update in the history of the game. The developer has officially announced a full reboot and a brand new approach to familiar mechanics. Ready? Let's go. Friends, this summer we will start working on a major overhaul of the game, something car company Tycoon has never seen before. Right now, I am slowly writing notes about what will appear in the game. I already have an extensive list of ideas and the innovations will shock everyone. We will have to work very hard with optimization, but I plan not to rework the game, but to make some mechanics from scratch, which will allow me to develop new systems anew. I can only say that you will see the current look of the game for the last time. The next design will completely change the style and concept of the game. The developer has already started working on this revolutionary update that will change the style and concept of the game forever. Some mechanics will be rewritten from scratch, enabling brand new systems to be introduced, not just improvements, but true, fundamental changes. Next, we see a few early screenshots from the update. They show a warehouse, or most likely an assembly plant, a factory where we will be building cars. This is the first time in update history where backgrounds in the game are not just a solid color. Friends, I am happy to announce that the game will not feature a modular body system. I am currently working on this aspect, but I have realized that it is more suitable as a meme than as a separate mechanic. I will improve the car creation and design mechanics, but without replacing the front and rear parts. The developer confirmed that the game will not include a modular body system. This means there won't be any stretching or editing of car bodies. The system will likely remain the same, but with deeper and more diverse visual customization options. While we are working on Update 1.98, we are also actively creating version 2.0, a truly revolutionary update for our game. We compared it to the very first version of car company Tycoon, which was so loved by players, and we are happy to announce that Update 2.0 will preserve the spirit of the original. You will find familiar elements, a recognizable atmosphere, and deep respect for the legacy of the first versions. Update 2.0 will preserve the atmosphere and spirit of the original versions. And it's clear, the first blurred screenshot shows a red engine cover and a color scheme very similar to the early versions. This is truly a tribute to long-time players, and maybe even a reason for them to return to the game. There will be no research branches in the 2.0 update. Research branches are being removed, but year-based progression will remain. This gives players more freedom, allowing them to research any part in any order and making progression more flexible. Approximately, this is the color scheme used when creating a car. We continue to honor the legacy of the early versions of the game and are building something truly grand. The color scheme will once again be dark, just like in the earliest versions of the game. We're curious to see how it will blend with the new factory backgrounds, but from what we've seen, it already looks very atmospheric and unique. Next, we were shown several new screenshots. They feature different locations: an office, trophies, tools, a showroom, cardboard boxes, and even a zone with safety stripes. This could be a new testing or aerodynamics room, meaning that car assembly will now take place in multiple interiors, adding dynamics and realism to the process. Social media posts will also change, a small spoiler of what the game and design will look like in Update 2.0. The developer also revealed a new social media post layout. We can clearly see a new logo, a factory background, and a convertible on the conveyor belt. It all looks truly grand. One of the key tasks for the 2.0 update is to optimize the project. As a developer, I have never liked the performance of many functions and layers in the game, and a practically static screen where the only animation is conveyor wheels loaded 10 to 13% of the processor. As you know, the 2.0 update is not based on the old game. It is done completely from scratch, where all the functions are written anew. This requires several times more effort and time, but the result is on the screen. Almost the entire game no longer works in real time, but is loaded at the start of the layer. There is no point in specifying the color of the car, coins, text, object positions, and much more every moment. Now all this data is output once, which allows you to distribute performance to other functions. For example, the load on the new layer is now 1.8% CPU and 0% GPU, and this is an amazing result for mobile devices. This process will allow us to add a background, more improved graphics, and higher quality for other models, in exchange for optimized code. And all that will increase in the game is the maximum loading of the game and transitions between tabs, but the performance itself is 10 times better. This is the most important news. The game is now being built from scratch, and optimization has improved tenfold. Phones will heat up less, and low-end devices will run the game more smoothly. Just imagine, CPU load is down to 1.8%, and GPU load is at 0%. Most of the data now loads once, instead of being recalculated every frame. This allows for more backgrounds, better models, improved graphics, all without compromising performance. Before the release of Update 2.0, I will launch a large-scale closed beta test for a large number of people. Before the launch of Update 2.0, there will be a large closed beta test. Anyone can join and try out the update early. I'll definitely participate and report everything I find. Car presentations will return in Update 2.0 as a new working game mechanic. It's happening. Car presentations are officially returning, and this time there'll be a fully functional mechanic, not just a visual scene. We may be able to choose their scale, and they could affect ratings, sales, and company reputation. This is great news, and we're looking forward to seeing this system in action. The update is currently 7% complete, but even that shows us that something truly massive is coming. We'll continue to follow the news, and we'll definitely release another video when new screenshots or mechanics are revealed. That's all for now. See you next time.